Good morning. My name is Alvin New, and I'm the acting chairman for the Texas Transportation Commission, and I want to welcome you all here for what is an amazing event. What I want to mostly do initially is say that the teamwork that takes place when something like this happens is unbelievable. So we got bridge spans from one of the districts that was about to do a project so that we could get this project finished. So there was a district, Yoakum district, that was part of this. The Austin district really made everything happen from our perspective to make this happen, and Hunter Industries really knocked the ball out of the park, doing a good job getting this done in a really quick time. So if you look at this bridge, if you can see this photo here behind Executive Director Williams, you see this bridge was gone. So, and then you see that roughly a month later, this bridge is the bridge that you're standing on or that you're seeing right now. What you may not know is that this bridge is taller, wider, and better built. And so it is setting us up for a better future. What it makes you feel, if you're me, is what it means to be a Texan. Texans are incredible people, and they make things happen, and I'm really proud to be part of the Transportation Commission and the TxDOT family while we make this happen. And it is my pleasure to introduce you to the leader of the state of Texas, Governor Greg Abbott.
Thank you, Ann. Let me start out by thanking Alvin New and his service on the Texas Transportation Commission, leading the way for TxDOT to help make sure we got projects like this completed. Also want to recognize several other people who are with us here today who in part played a role in this. We have Commissioner Steve Alvis who's with us. We have Mark Williams, the Executive Director, who I talked to about. I'll come back to him more later. We have Tucker Ferguson, the Austin District Engineer. Jay Payne, Chief Counsel for the Federal Highway Administration. And we have Hunter Industries, that was the construction team that got this project completed. So as Alvin was noting, this is really an amazing feat. So it's an extraordinary success to know that this bridge was eliminated. It did not exist a month ago. And in just a short month period of time, they were able to put together the pieces and finish the construction of getting this bridge completed. I was talking to Mark Williams to ask if he was aware of any project like this being done this fast ever in the history of Texas. He said nope, he had never seen it happen before. This is what Texas is all about. We get things done. And as Alvin New was pointing out, listen, this is very, very important. Not just that we got it done, but it's bigger, wider, taller, and better than what the bridge was before this got done. Ultimately, there's one thing about bridges. There's one thing about roads, and that is it connects communities. It connects people. And because this bridge that was decimated by the worst flooding episode the state has ever had was completed so quickly, it will ensure that we will reconnect the people, reconnect the communities, get things back to normal for all the people who were affected by this process. So a very big thank you to the Texas Department of Transportation, to Hunter Industries, to everybody who had a role in getting this done. And one thing that we know, the people who got it done, they're not the people wearing suits right now. The people that got it done are the men and women around us who are wearing hard hats, who are wearing the vest. Give it up for all the hard workers who toiled to get this across the finish line. And at this time, I think I'm handing it off to Mr. Payne, to Jay Payne.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. This is a very impressive achievement today. I started studying civil engineering almost 20 years ago, and I never thought you could build a bridge in 28 days in this speed. This has national interest, which is why I'm here from Washington, D.C., representing President Trump and Secretary Duffy. I have a couple of remarks to share our sincere interest and appreciation and hopefully more awareness to what can be done with this level of collaboration with federal, state, local, and private sector partners to deliver projects faster, better, cheaper, more efficiently. Before I begin, I wanted to acknowledge the recent passing of Chairman Bruce Bugg. His passion for infrastructure and transportation was immediately apparent, and I will always remember his dedication to a shared passion for the Department of Transportation, and I couldn't leave these remarks without acknowledging to some extent. On behalf of U.S. Transportation Secretary Duffy and the Federal Highway Administration, thank you for inviting us to participate and celebrate this strong federal and state partnership. I'd also like to take a moment to reflect on why we are all here. On July 4th, I was with my family in Washington, D.C., watching the news unfold, watching the storms impact this community. When Americans were celebrating their country and freedom, I was watching devastating storms and floods which tore across Texas. These damaged families and loved ones, as well as our roads and bridges, including the Cow Creek Bridge. Thank you to President Trump's leadership, the administration responded quickly to support Governor Abbott and his team rebuild these affected communities. Governor Abbott's leadership and dedication to this recovery and rebuilding is remarkable, including the expedited restoration of this vital bridge. The Cow Creek Bridge served this area since 1960, was in good condition prior to the weather events, and washed away from the flooding. It was both a major thoroughfare and a vital connection between Lago Vista and Marble Falls. The loss of this bridge severed connections to work, healthcare, students who commuted to the Marble Falls Independent School District, and added approximately 45 minutes to their average commutes. With schools preparing to reopen, we at the Federal Highway knew we had to step in and support the expedited delivery of this project. The U.S. DOT worked with Texas DOT in the wake of the flooding to help them rebuild this bridge. Federal Highway shared Texas DOT's goal to expedite construction to build a new bridge and have it up and running before the start of the new academic school year. Upon completion, Federal Highway plans to help fund this reconstruction via the Emergency Relief Reimbursement Request. To support this effort, Federal Highway conducted site visits with Texas DOT staff, assessed roadway damages, and helped document those damages to provide technical assistance to help ensure the expenses were federally reimbursable and accelerate bridge construction by providing expertise on how to stage construction, how to use materials that allow for the accelerated concrete curing techniques, and the use of precast cylinder piles. Thanks to these combined efforts, Texas DOT and Federal Highway are now proud to reopen this bridge after 45 days of our first boots on the ground experience. While we must prioritize responding to emergencies, US DOT and Federal Highway is also focused on ensuring that America is building again, which is why we need a transportation bill that provides the necessary funding. The Surface Transportation Reauthorization effort currently in Washington, D.C. is a once-in-a-5-year opportunity to provide the funding and priorities to revolutionize U.S. transportation. We must ensure predictable and reliable funding by enacting a long-term, multi-year bill that will help states respond to emergency events like the destruction of Cow Creek Bridge. We are at the dawn of a new day of surface transportation. The department is focused on enhancing safety, modernizing America's infrastructure, promoting economic growth, and streamlining federal processes. We share a common interest in ensuring that our nation's transportation system is robust and the envy of the world. I look forward to our continued collaboration. And under the Trump administration, America is building again, and we are building big, beautiful roads and bridges. Today's successful opening of Cow Creek Bridge is evidence of achieving these shared goals. Thank you very much, and Commissioner Steve Alvis.
Also want to recognize one other person who is here. My favorite senator, the senator in whose district we are in, and that is Senator Donna Campbell. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I got to send it. Thank you, Governor. Thank everybody for being here. You know, wasn't built just overnight. With your leadership, your choice of commissioners, the people, all of you with your hard hats and orange vests, you didn't just learn how to build a bridge and come together 28 days ago. You've been doing this. Under your leadership, we've got a great commission. We miss a great man, Bruce Bugg. And we already knew the quality, the Hunter Industries, and the quickness by which you could perform. And we thank you for that. While this bridge advances us forward and connects Lago Vista and Marble Falls, symbolically, it advances us not to forget the tragedy, but to move forward, setting plans in place to hope this tragedy never happens again anywhere in the state of Texas. Thank you. Thank you, Governor, for the work that you do.
Thank you so much, Senator. Now, Commissioner Steve Albus.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Chief Counsel Payne, and Senator Campbell, thank you for being here. And thank you, Governor. I tell you, every weather tragedy event we've had in Texas, our late Chairman Bugg, who started this project, would say to us, it's time for Team Texans to kick in. And you led Team Texas. Thank you, Governor. It's impressive. And I appreciate Tucker Ferguson being here. He's our district engineer that made this happen. Thank you, Tucker. Mark Williams, we couldn't have done it without you breaking all the barriers. Thank you. Let me tell you, there's two engineers here in particular. The engineering plans on this bridge were built in 13 days, start to finish. Full engineering drawings. Mataba Rajabar and Thomas Chinsabak. Are you here? There they are. Thank you. That's got to be, Jay, that's got to be a record. You know, take them around the country. I'm sure Governor Newsom could learn a few things from them. Johnny called and told me those two gentlemen were here nonstop and made lots of in-the-field changes. Johnny was beaming with pride. And Johnny Weissman, Hunter Industries, I know you woke up every morning about 1 o'clock and came here. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce Mark Williams, our leader at the Commission and TxDOT. He became executive director in 2021. 5 years prior to that, he was deputy executive director. And let me tell you, Mark's had 3 decades of public and private transportation experience. It's my pleasure to serve with you, Mark Williams.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Governor, for being out here today. You know, it was on July 5th that this bridge was destroyed. July 6th, I remember we were in a meeting with you, Governor, and you gave us a very clear message to expedite this. I'm kind of being a little subtle. I think it was a little stronger than that. But we understood the mission. And it is just with tremendous pride that we are here today, not only pride for TxDOT, pride as well for our contracting partners and all of the men and women that made this happen. And Jay, we appreciate the partnership with Federal Highway Administration, USDOT, at Ofori with our division office here in Texas. Had a chance to show the Secretary a picture of this bridge and told him I think we could get this done in under 2 months. And he was impressed with that now, and now he can deliver the message that we beat it by a whole month. And it is really a testimony to the teamwork that went into this. And ultimately this is not only a source of pride for the Texas Department of Transportation in the state of Texas, but it's really a return gift back to the communities that this serves. And we've got our partners from Lago Vista and Marble Falls here, the EMS teams that were part of this, the volunteer fire department that lost their chief is here today. They're going to be one of the first to drive across this bridge, and we feel like that there's no better representation of somebody to be the first to drive across the bridge than those first responders that had such a very difficult task on the day of July 5th when waters impacted this location here in Texas. And so it is truly an honor to be here to just really celebrate this event and to recognize all of the people that made this happen. And as we do this and as we get ready, we're going to get ready to cut the ribbon. I know I need to wrap it up. It's hot, but just for context, these men and women have been out here working 12-hour shifts. So 24 hours a day, 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week. And Johnny's been out here with him. So Johnny, so let me tell you about Hawk. So we understand, and a lot of work went into it, a lot of sweat. And this is the result. We want to celebrate it with him. So we're going to move back, and we're going to do a ribbon cutting. But as we do, all of the men and women that were part of this, if you all can make your way back here and join us so we can get a drone shot with everybody that's been part of this.
Line up here to cut the ribbon. Dignitaries stand here, and folks in orange and lime green behind them. There's a second line going there. Obviously, down there in the middle.